Welcome to American Dream TV. This fantastic episode is featuring McCormick Woods Golf Course in Port Orchard, Washington, and an event sponsored by Midday Rotary of Gig Harbor, an event you will never want to miss and always want to be a part of. Let's go play some golf. So here we are today at Golferitaville, McCormick Woods in Port Orchard with Sherry Johnson. She's the director and owner of Strategic Wealth Advisors.
Yep, started 20 years ago with an idea, and it has grown into this amazing, fabulous tournament.
We know that it goes to benefit so many charities in the community. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yes, our Rotary Club really has a heart for kids. And as we started finding our way years ago about what we should be funding, we just kept coming back to kids that were struggling. And so we give money, direct program support to organizations like Communities in Schools and the Red Barn Youth Center, two very outstanding organizations who have direct impact on kids through helping them academically or with housing or with food or whatever. And as a result of that, we became very aware of our particular region has some of the most expensive real estate in the state of Washington along the waterfront and some of the most impoverished on the inland. And what we learned about that is there are a lot of kids who really don't have security in terms of housing or food. So a lot of this money goes directly to support that. And a few years ago, we started a little food pantry project, which is a barrier-free, they're kind of like lending libraries, except they're full of food.
I love those. I've seen them out there, and I can't wait to support that.
Well, interestingly enough, the little sign on those pantries says, take what you need and leave what you can. And so we hope that neighbors will drop off a can of soup or stew or something. But we also have funded directly over the last 3 years over 18,000 meals. We track what we put in those pantries. So over 18,000 meals. So that feels
is so
good.
Awesome.
It feels good to know that if somebody's really struggling, and I have been out there personally when I'm stocking pantries and met, by chance, somebody who's looking for food for their kids at night.
Wow.
And it exists. We like to think it doesn't, but it exists right here, and we're making an impact. And so this tournament, that's a big part of what this supports.
We're at T1 with Dimitri Palace of Dimitri's Seasoning and Bloody Mary Mix. Dimitri, how did you get started?
Well, I used to be a bartender and was originally trained at a really nice steak and seafood place, live tanks, fresh crab and all that, and really kind of enjoyed making fresh, handmade, scratch Bloody Marys. And when I moved on, the next restaurant I went to was very much a sports bar, very casual, and it was tough to get everybody to follow the recipe and take the time to make a scratch fresh Bloody Marys. And so I made batches that I'd make too much and it would run out, it would spoil, or I'd make too much, it would spoil, or we would run out. And of course we ran out before a Seahawks game, and I got really frustrated that we couldn't figure out a way to manage this recipe, and decided to pre-batch the spices so that any of the staff members could make it as we needed it, quickly and most importantly, consistently.
Well, I think we'll catch up with you at the end of the day.
Okay, sounds great. Nice to see you. I'm glad to be here. It's a great event.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for sponsoring.
You bet. My pleasure.
So here we are at T10 with the Gig Harbor Eagles, and look at these beautiful women. Woo! We've got Tracy Turnbull. She's the manager of the Eagles Club in Gig Harbor. Tracy, well, tell us about your sponsorship.
All right. Well, just as in Gig Harbor in general, we have a number of Eagle members here participating. It kind of gets us all together as a club with the Eagles. 76 years now in Gig Harbor. We do tons of volunteering for the community, and this is a huge one because it helps so many different community parts in Gig Harbor. So as the Eagles is a partnership, this tea is a partnership.
Love it.
Yeah. Well, we partner with, it's Southern Glacier Wine and Spirits, Coastal Pacific Wine and Spirits. Deanna works for the company, I work for the company, and we connect with the Eagles and make one great spot for people to come and visit and have a good time.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Responsibly.
Yeah, I love how the Eagles participates in supporting the community and giving so much back to the community. Thank you for joining us today at Golferitaville, an event that you won't want to miss in the future. I'm Julia Runyon, your host and real estate expert. Keep on living the American dream.